folks to Academy. My name's Alea, and how's everyone doing today? Good, I like that, very good, all right. So going to this Disney character that I was hinting at, this character, he first appeared in 1934. He turned 82 this year, so he's getting up there, but he's very, very young. But we call him at Academy the original Angry Bird, because he's definitely known for his temper. The whole entire Duck family is known for that kind of. So does anyone know who we're drawing? Just yell it out. Donald Duck, yes, and how many fans of Donald out there? Oh yeah, awesome, very cool. Okay, so we have a lot of fans. So we are drawing Donald Duck, and we're only drawing the face, so only a portrait of this character. Now, if you are new, you probably saw you're missing something at the very end of your pencils. What are you missing? An eraser, yeah. So in this class, we do a rough sketch technique that we do a lot in our studios in Burbank. This really means that it's all about practicing. It's not about being perfect. So we want this to be very light, very sketchy, like you would see in our building, a lot of our concept art, like you see in our art books. Even in our room right here, you have a lot of concepts of Mushu on this side, concepts of earlier Triton, Alice in Wonderland. Even in our cute area, you probably saw a very roughed out version of Ariel, Tarzan, Pocahontas. That's exactly what we want to do for this class. So it's, again, not about being perfect. We want you to make these lines very rough and loose, and just remember to have fun, okay? Now, we are going to draw a circle about the size of an orange or a softball towards that center of your paper. Move that entire arm, and let's get started. Let's start drawing Donald. So I'm going to start my circle out by, again, moving my entire arm. And I know for some, circles can be a little intimidating, so I like to draw mine in pieces, starting towards my left. But I'm making a really big letter C. And you can see that I'm not just adding one line, I'm adding a few of these, so I have a few options once we do get to darkening in. On the other side, same step, so I'm reversing this, making a backwards letter C, and now you have two sides of my circle here. Basically, a circle is just four curved lines that blend together, so I'm just adding that step by step. So over here at the top, think of a bridge or a rainbow, blend these in, and again, nice and rough, nice and messy, just keep this light. And then at the bottom, a letter U. So there we go, a rough looking snowball. Now to help us out with Donald's details, we also want to add in two guidelines that he has. So the first one is called a center line, cutting your shape in half. I'm going to go to the very top of my circle, and I just want to add a little tick mark there. And then you just want to pull this down. And again, you can make as many lines as you want to, just keep it light, so just roughen that out. And then from left to right, we're going to add his bill line, which is towards the bottom of that shape. So I'm just going to pull this line all the way across here. And believe it or not, once you have that in place, this is going to be the basic foundation for Donald. It's all you really need for him. Now, of course, we cannot see him. We do have to add a few more details. And the first step is going to be the bill. And in this portrait, Donald's happy. He's doing something right today, so he's going to have a really big smile on his face. We first want to start with the corners of his bill. So I'm going to go right next to the lines that intersect, so here and here. And I'm going to add first a backwards letter C, so right on top of that line. And then also on this side, I'm going to add a letter C curve here. Now this is something on Donald that we definitely want to keep. So you already thought I'm doing it now, but I'm making sure that I darken these lines in because I want to see them. It's a major feature on this character. So that's the corners of his bill. Going back to the left-hand side, so here I'm going to add a little space underneath, add a little dot there. And then now you're going to pull across a big rainbow or a bridge. I'm pulling this slightly inside of my circle. This is going to be the upper lip for his bill. Stretching that to the other side. I'm stopping right underneath that other line there. And we also want to connect our curved lines together. And again, we want to make this nice and round because he is supposed to be a good guy. So I'm going back to my left side and I'm connecting these two shapes together with another one. So just think of another C curve. Pull that down. Same thing on the other side too. Making sure I also go back and locking that in. So I'm just darkening in that big rainbow there. And to make this bill look like it's sticking out towards us, a little bit of foreshortening, we want to add the upper definition to the bill too. So I'm going to make one more rainbow below that eye line or that bill line. And I'm just making that shorter than the one I just made. So I'm just going to pull this across. So hopefully you can kind of see the bill now. Now, like I said, Donald, he's smiling in this portrait, and he does have a lot of human characteristics like us. So just like us, he knows how to walk and talk, and he can definitely whistle, and he could probably drive a car if he wanted to. He has, eat a churro, have a girlfriend, that kind of thing. But when he smiles big, he gets smile lines right here and here, which is, again, very appealing to these characters. So I'm adding in these little rainbows, and that's going to be his smile line. And they're used for, again, those cute characters like Donald, Mickey, Winnie the Pooh has it. You really don't see smile lines on our villains because, of course, they're not supposed to have smile lines. If they do, it's not really a good thing, of course, but definitely used for Donald Duck. And we also want to pull up his cheeks. So I'm going to go back to my bill line, and I'm going to wrap around a big sort of like a rainbow. But I'm starting here. I'm going to pull this up and drop it back down to that bill. So a really big sort of letter U or letter C curve there. But that is one cheek for him. And then on the other side, same thing. So starting right next to your bill line, you're going to pull this up, wrap that around, and then right back down. Now, out of curiosity, how many have actually seen Donald in the park ever? Okay, good, good. How many have seen Mickey in the park ever? Hopefully 100%. Okay, sometimes they're hard to find, so it's understandable. Now, when you see them in the park, the Fat Five we call them, they always have this sort of laughing smile. Their mouth is always open like they're talking to you. And the same thing goes for your portraits for Donald. So I'm going to go back to his smile line first. We're going to add in these two diagonal lines that are pointed towards your center line.